Hey guys, it is Brian here for another FIFA 14 career mode series for you guys. This time around we're going to be playing as Bradford City. I asked you guys what you'd like to see in regards to a secondary series, one that I'll still do quite a bit, but not as much as the main one. But taking on sides a little bit lower down in the English leagues, and Bradford came out as one of the ones you guys were most excited to see, so I decided, you know what, that sounds like a good series to do, and we'd be going into League 1, which is not as low as we possibly can go, but still taking on a side that's moved up and a team that we could potentially do a lot with. And it'd be really fun to get Bradford back to the Premier League. So we're going to be doing that and also playing on World Class, making it relatively hard for the transfers there. I think Ivy Lane is a pretty good fit in regards to the stadium for them. We'll have the latest rosters there as well. So I'm going to be doing this series as much as I can. I'm going to be, doing it as like a secondary series, but depending on how much you guys really like it, then I'll try and, get it to you guys as much as I can. As I talked about in the channel as well in the past, I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff in regards to kind of a, TV show network type of style, where if you guys are really liking it, dropping those likes, really commenting, and really getting into it, then I'm going to put more focus on those series. So if you're really wanting to see more Bradford, at the beginning here I'm going to be putting out quite a bit of videos for both Cardiff and Bradford, but if you want to see more from this series, all you got to do is just let me know, and I'll try and get as much out to you guys as possible. We'll be switching it up here from what we did last time, so we'll be having a suit this time, a gray suit in fact as well. And yeah, I'm very excited for this because I did Carlisle last year and didn't put as much time into it. I didn't put as much time as I wanted to, and I really wanted to do a second series for the PS3 where I really get into it as well. So I thought taking on a team like Bradford that I have an interest in would be a good side, and also a side that you guys were excited for too. Alright, so for this episode here, I'm going to ask you guys to kind of give me an idea of what you want to see from this team going forward. Obviously, we're going to be looking at the roster here to get a little bit of an idea of what the team looks like, but also on top of that too, I want to hear from you guys in regards to players you'd like to see us bring in on transfer or on loan, and then we can start maybe working towards bringing one or two of those in, but also, getting a feel for, the real Bradford fans, what they want to see out of the team, and, we can start working towards the preseason in the next episode, and then the actual start of the season in episode 3. It's kind of a good process to do that way. I've figured it out that I really like doing it in that process because, for me at least, it gives me a little bit of time to get acclimated with the team a bit and also get familiar with the people that are going to be watching the series, and we can kind of get a little bit of a communication going on there and figure out what we want to do with the team going ahead. So I've already gone through most of this with the other career mode I'm doing. If you want to check that out too, the Cardiff career mode, I've got that a couple episodes already up on the channel. But for this episode, like I said, we'll take a quick look here at the squad and kind of get an idea what we're working with. So we're working with a 4-4-2 to start off with here, and this is a relatively, I think we're going to be able to do some things with Bradford, especially bring in a couple players that can maybe up our game a little bit. It's going to help. We got a solid keeper there that we can work with. I think the team is relatively young, which is nice to see as well, and that's something that's going to really help us, at least for having those players that develop. And that's one of my favorite parts about taking on a team that's a little bit lower in the league, is you get an idea of what the players you're working with are, and then you're able to use that and also build with those players going ahead. So we have a player like Gary Jones there that's obviously older, but a player that is well respected for the team. So we'll see what we can do in regards to maybe bringing in some younger talent, but also respecting the players that are on the team as it is right now. And I'm excited to play with these two strikers here, as I've played a bit with them in the past, and I've liked them, so that'll be good there. And Connor Ripley, I'm not too familiar with him, but that's another good keeper. So we have two young good keepers there, which we can work with. But from what I can see, at least, maybe we're going to want to bring in a little bit more into the midfield, because I think the midfield's kind of looking a little bit slim there in regards to players that we can use, and maybe an extra striker too. I'm not too sure. Like those two guys there don't look as good, obviously, as the two strikers that we have, and those two strikers are a lot younger than our backups. So that's kind of my initial thoughts from this. But again, it's up to you guys to kind of let me know what you think the team needs, and also what you'd like to see brought in for the club. And we don't have that much money, so we have to be a little bit more frugal. But I'm very open to hearing from you guys in regards to what you want to see. And we can bring Kennedy in there. It's interesting that he's not even on the substitutes bench, but that's all right. And McBurney there, a good young player, but these guys will send out on loan to make sure that they're actually getting some development in as well. But yeah, I guess that's kind of like what I'm looking at here for the team. I'm very excited to start this up, though. This is going to be the first episode, pretty short for you guys here. And next time around, we'll be looking into, really maybe shortlisting some players, and also getting into the preseason. But yeah, if you're excited for this, just let me know. Respond in the comments below what you'd like to see, and I'll see you guys in episode 2. Cheers.